Okay, so moving from growing to juicing, Michael, the first question obviously is, how do I get started juicing?
Right. So now that you have the grass, we taught you how to grow it. You harvest it, got it in the refrigerator, so get started juicing it. With juicers now, there's so many different varieties of juicers these days. And there's the blender question versus the juicers. It goes on and on. The most important thing when juicing sprouts, juicing wheatgrass, is to have a masticating juicer. The masticating is that slow turning juicer. It's the chewing process. So we have single auger juicers, there's twin auger juicers, there's vertical juicers now. I don't know why they did that. Why try to reinvent the wheel? It's already done right. And the ones that I think you guys have got sprouts now are the two that I would recommend to anybody. The hand juicer, okay, and I think that's the best way to go because it's the cheapest. A lot of people are into that part now is, look, I gotta save money in this economy, I can't afford to do it. So here's a juicer now. For $45, $50, they can get started juicing. And it's great for traveling, it's great if the power goes out. There's 100 reasons to have a little hand juicer. The other juicer that you guys have, the electric, it would be the Omega, the 8005, the 8006. I like both of those, pretty similar juicers.
They're easy to clean, that's the most important thing, and they do a great job juicing.
Easy to clean, easy to use, and they do that masticating, they do that chewing part, so they don't go too fast. You know, because you got to look at the other juicers. You got to look at the Breville, the Champion, all those machines, the Jack LaLanne, Jay the Juice Man. Those are all those centrifugal cutters, and they're going too fast. They're not going to do the same job.
And I say they're more like for fruit, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could use them for, obviously you can use them for a lot of things. You can use them for the harder, the root vegetables, the beets, the carrots, those kind of things, but they're also a little high in sugar, those. So we really want to stick with greens when we're talking about juicing, and that's why the single augers are best. Now the twin auger juicers, I've known a lot of people that come up to me at health shows and they talk to me about their juicers that they own. The twin augers work, but they are a little bit more effort to clean. It has a lot more moving parts in them. I think the twin auger juicers are wonderful if you're a raw food chef. If you enjoy preparing and making raw food in your home, the twin auger juicer is a great choice. It's twice as much money as compared to the single auger juicers that we already talked about. And I like those two. The healthy juicer for the hand machine and the Omega for the electric.
And the wheatgrass too, I found it frosts the wheatgrass more. You get more oxygen in the wheatgrass.
Foam with the twin gear. And what's happening is the twin gear will take the wheatgrass, the blade of the grass, and it will cut it into little pieces first. So actually it allows for more oxidation. That's why you get the foam with the twin gear juicers. You know, they always try to tell you different ways you can, you know.
Drop some oil in there, try this, try that. And he's like, why are you trying to?
Why are you trying to do that? Champion just came out with an attachment that does wheatgrass, but the problem is they didn't gear down the machine, so it still goes too fast. So the Champion attachment for wheatgrass, it was a failure. I watched it. Unfortunately, and I like the Champion juicer, but unfortunately the attachment for wheatgrass didn't work.
And what about the high end? I know you can go crazy with these juicers. I might have people call me about Norwalks and other brands that are great brands.
Yep.
But you're talking about a pretty costly item there, aren't you?
I tell you, you know, the Norwalk, probably one of the best machines out there. The difference between the Norwalk and all your other machines is that pressing component, the hydraulic press. And I can tell you right now, whatever juicer that you use, you can turn it into a Norwalk juicer. So Norwalk, you're talking about $3,000 machine. But if you have the Champion, the Jack LaLanne, if you have the Omegas, whatever juicer you own, all you have to do is have a little seed bag, the nylon mesh bag, and put the fibers, after you make a juice, put the fibers into that nylon mesh bag and just wring it like a wet rag. And you'll get 20% more juice with your fibers, no matter what juicer you use. You're turning your juicer into a Norwalk, you're hydraulic pressing it. And that's also a nylon seed bag cost $8 to $10, and there you go.
Except the Lexan Healthy Juicer, the hand crank juicer. That one is so dry, I don't
you're not
think
going
you
to
get
get anything
out of it.
Right. No, that
does a great
surprisingly,
job. It really
that hand juicer does a great job. And there's a lot of hand juicers, and people ask about stainless steel hand juicers, but nothing will beat that little. And it's a polycarbonate. You know, they're working on making it more advanced these days, but it is a top quality machine. Looks like a toy, but it works like a champ.
And it's great for traveling too.
Great for traveling.